Hi, my name is Samar Pusalkar, and in this video we will discuss what are we? Are we just our brain? Then how powerful can we get? Our brain can perform an estimate of about 10 quadrillion operations per second. Now, this figure is estimated by calculating the number of synapses in our brain, the speed of their operations, and the energy they use. So let us see what our brain is and what can it do for us.
Our brain is mainly composed of special cells called neurons or nerve cells. Our central nervous system and peripheral nervous system is also made up of these neurons and some other cells. These neurons mainly conduct and transmit signals and perform calculations. So everything we do, learning, tasting, creating, reacting, and everything that makes us who we are is all done inside our brain, the most complex organ of our body that is made up of a complex network of neurons and some other cells. Now, with that brain, we can do anything, learn anything, but we need to train it for that. So, talking about brain, let us take the world around us. Well, it is not around us, it is within us. It is within our mind. Everything that we see, smell, taste, hear, etc. is all inside our brain. The sensors provide us with signals, but the true processing of the signals takes place inside our brain. So in this sense, we can say that we are the creators of our own world. And that's why some people like one thing while others hate the same. Now, let us look at functions and structures of our brain. Our brain is highly regional. By regional, I mean that it has different functions assigned to different parts or sections of the brain that we are just going to see. Nowadays, with the use of functional MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, we are actually able to know which part has what function or which function correlates to which section of our brain. So at the base of our brain is located the brainstem, which is the first developed part of our brain during growth. It is divided into three main sections. The lower part is called myelencephalon or the medulla. The section above medulla is called metencephalon or the pons. At the top is the mesencephalon or the midbrain. Our brainstem is connected to our spinal cord and it has functions like maintaining breathing, digestion, heart rate, etc. It controls both voluntary and involuntary functions. Now above brainstem is the thalamus, and at the tail of our brain or behind brainstem is the cerebellum. The cerebellum has functions of body motion and motion memory. I mean, when you ride a bicycle, your brain gives commands to your body about riding that bicycle. Your brain already knows or it has already learned how to ride a bicycle or what commands are to be given to the body. And this function is carried out by cerebellum. You use cerebellum to ride a bicycle. And the thalamus sorts data and sends it to different parts of the cerebellum above it. The hypothalamus is below thalamus and has functions like maintaining body temperature, osmolarity, etc. And it is just above the roof of your mouth. Above everything is the cerebrum, and there every data is integrated and processed, and it is the largest section of our brain. It is divided into two hemispheres. The right hemisphere is mostly associated with creativity and visual imagery, and the left hemisphere is associated with logic and reasoning. The outer part of the brain is called the cortex or the gray matter. The cortex is further divided into 5 lobes, 4 of which are named after the bones overlie them. The frontal lobe is a dominant lobe and is used in decision making. The parietal lobe is used for sensory input processing. The temporal lobe is used for language and hearing. The occipital lobe is used for vision, and the limbic lobe is a medially located structure involved in learning, memory, and emotion.
So that was a brief review about structures and functions of our brain. So our brain creates who we are, or maybe we are just a part of it, and that is consciousness. I mean, every time you are not aware of what you are doing, like your heart is beating, you are breathing, your digestive system is working, and all those functions are controlled by your subconscious mind. Now let us see what it is.
So let's say that you are watching television. Then your eyes are open and you can see everything within the range of your eyesight. But you actually see only what you are looking at, in this case, the television. But in reality, your brain also processes things that are within the range of your eyesight but you are not aware of. So, all that information that is received without any intention by your brain is also processed in your brain by your subconscious mind. And the best part is that all that information creates you, it creates your personality. But how? Say, when you make a random choice, your choice is actually not random, but it is based on the information that your subconscious mind stores, or it is the choice of your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is working every second, every time, even when you are sleeping, and it creates you beyond your conscious thoughts. And it is constantly taking shape by your every action, by your surrounding, by your environment. So we can say that our action and our surroundings affects our personality. Our subconscious mind is affecting our decision every second. So we should seriously look before we leap.
So our brain is an amazing organ, but what are its limits? We can understand this by knowing how much better our brain can get. So let's say getting better in a job. It could be anything like throwing a ball in the air or studying for exam. It could be anything. So while doing any job, you actually trigger many functions of your brain that are actually not needed for that job. And many times you think of something else and do something else. So, well, while doing any job, you either fail in it or get better in it. So why do you fail? I mean, if you have such a powerful brain and if you know what you have to do, then why do you fail? Well, some people might say that this is because you fail to use 100% of your brain. Well, there is a misconception that we use only 10 to 20% of our brain. It is not true. I mean, our brain is really very powerful. So why do we fail in anything? Um, Well, success in any job does not depend on how much you use your brain. It depends on how you use your brain for that. And as a fact, we use 100% of our brain, but we fail to control that 100% of our brain for the action we desire. So for optimum results, we need to put whole of our brain into that action or job. And so for that, how can we do that? I mean, you don't know what is going inside your subconscious mind. You don't know what is it thinking of. One way of doing this could be expanding your consciousness. Now this could be done by uh, concentrating on your subconscious actions like breathing and your heart rate, heartbeat, and all that. And the other way could be sending subliminal messages to your mind. Now, subliminal messaging is something like sending messages to your mind without knowing that you received it. That will allow your subconscious mind to know what you want, and allow that will eventually ask your subconscious mind to work for that job. That will lead to success. but this method could rather be useful for long-term achievements. So wait and just think over everything and then think of what all amazing stuff your brain can do for you. You can be master in calculations. You can be master of motor controls of your body and perform mind-blowing stunts. Or you can just control your mind and revolutionize the whole world. And examples lie in the unchangeable truth of our history. And for that, you need to practice. Because every time when we repeat an action, the neural paths that are used in doing that are used again and again, and they become stronger and stronger. And that's how you or your brain becomes stronger, wiser, and perfect. And I'm not saying that everything will happen smoothly just because you have a powerful brain. There will be bumps on your road before you reach your destiny. But remember, pain is the real gain, and you will become stronger and stronger with every difficulty you face. And that will allow you to climb up the ladder and reach the top. And this is what we call developing. So keep learning, keep growing, keep developing. Thanks for watching.